My father was a lawyer here in Orlando since the mid-50s. He retired in 1986. And as a young boy here in Orlando growing up, my father had an office in downtown Orlando. And he would work on Saturday mornings, and I would go down to the office with him on Saturday
Ah,
mornings.
going along on Saturday.
Hey,
Good.
guess what my job was while he's meeting with clients?
I think yours was policing the grounds.
Yeah, trash patrol.
Trash patrol. Yep.
He had an office on Roslyn Avenue in downtown Orlando and Lake Eola, and I'd be out patrolling and looking for trash.
Looking for
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. And then he also had a pool table in his office, not in like literally in his office, but in his office building. I'd be up there playing pool or hanging out, and just what else to do on a Saturday morning. Back in the day, it's not like you had cell phones and computers to play on.
Exactly, right? What did you do? No Atari back then.
Well, then, I mean, the other thing is, and I'm sure I've talked to people about this before, but he would always, on the way home, he would always, so now we're talking noonish or so, he'd stop off at a Tom's Hideaway bar, and he would have a beer,
Okay.
and he would chat with all the people in the bar, and he always put salt on his beer and foam it up, I guess, and every once in a while we talk about it on the radio, and people
Yeah.
say, yeah, I knew somebody that used to put salt on the foam on their beer, and I'd have a soda, of course, and that's kind of was my Saturday mornings.
That is so cool. That memory. You have that memory and granted Dad was doing his thing, but you were in the presence of Dad. You were hanging with Dad.
Well, I'm going to tell a story again, and it means a lot to me, and that is that, so one day on a Saturday, he's meeting with a client, I'm, doing trash patrol behind some bushes that he had, picking up trash, and I see these two boys go riding by on their bikes. We're talking downtown Orlando. We're talking, 65 or something, 1965. The boys don't know I'm there. And one of the boys says to the other boy, he goes, that's Robert Olsen's office. He's a lawyer. My dad says he's the best lawyer in Orlando.
Oh, wow.
That was the moment that I knew that I wanted to be a lawyer.
Wow.
That was the deciding factor. Yeah.
Hearing that about your dad.
Yeah, and as growing up at the table, and my mom and dad had 4 kids, and basically we would eat our meal while he would sit back and give us lectures. We would, we had numbers for these lectures. These were recurring lectures. This is lecture number 5 or lecture number 8. We knew what they were.
Gosh, yeah.
Or lectures and lessons. And, one of his lessons was, kids, you don't necessarily have to be a lawyer, but getting a law degree is going to serve you no matter what you do.
No matter what you do.
And
Indeed.
so I think that's wise advice. I have met people over the years that they have a law degree. They're not necessarily a lawyer, but whatever industry they're in, having a law degree counts for a lot of weight and will serve you well.
Serve you well. Absolutely. I agree.
I heard one the other day that he's a professor, and because he has a doctorate, he's got a JD, he gets paid more as that, simply by having a law degree.
Yeah, yeah. JD Advantage, they call it sometimes. Mm-hmm.